One of the things that's going to be the major driver as to why you'll probably break your New Year's resolutions or the goals or targets that you've set yesterday, or if you haven't set them, you're on holidays, you're contemplating on what you're going to try and make look like a great life in 2022. And I've got to tell you that if writing out a goal is your strategy for success for 2022, you can throw it out the window. The research is very, very clear. The majority of New Year's resolutions are going to be broken shortly. Hi to everyone that's come on. Hi, Aaron. I'm not going to say hi to everyone as they come on, even though you might say hi to me, because I want to keep my train of thought. My last hello, Peter. And the research is very clear that willpower is a shit strategy. Listen to me very carefully, my friends. 2022 can be different to any other year for you. I know you've set goals in the past before. I know you've had aspirations and dreams, and the music has been dancing on the inside for you, but the external results seem to dwindle off as the weeks and the months go into a year. And before you know it, my friends, you're back into square one, baseline. If nothing changes, nothing changes. Hello, Peter Horizakis. Good to see you, my friend. So here's the deal. I'm going to give you 3 strategies that are going to help you make 2022 be the year that you actually cracked your goals, not broke your goals. And the research comes from a great piece of literature carried out by 4 psychologists called Change Anything. Great book if you want to pick up and read it. It's a book that I actually ended up doing a deep dive when I was doing my master's degree in behavioral psychology. And what it studies is the following. They actually studied people that were able to give up heroin. As you know, heroin is a drug you don't want to get onto a slope with. But they studied a small percentage of people that were able to give up heroin. What they noticed is they had 3 things going on at the one time, and willpower was not their strategy. I mean, think about it. If willpower is the strategy, wouldn't everyone be ripped, be happy in relationships and living in $10 million houses with, $100 million worth of assets, giving them millions of dollars of passive revenue? But that's not life. The truth is, people aren't ripped. People struggle in relationships, and most people actually struggle with money. So let me share with you. Hey Amit, how you going? By the way, everyone, have a look at this beautiful beach there, by the way. I've just finished a 10K run, and I'm going to go home, put on the swimmers, dive into the ocean. Then I'm going to have a beautiful breakfast. It's always the same breakfast. Hello, Amit, by the way, one of the stars of 2022 is Amit. Mate, that guy wrote a couple of $1 million. Only been in real estate a short time. Very proud of our real estate gym members. In fact, let me share with you one of my goals in 2022 is to produce another 250 agents doing 100 sales a year in the real estate gym. That's a new 250 agents doing 100 sales a year. We got a lot of agents that are rating multi-million in GCI, but what we want to strive for now is to get more agents doing over 100 sales a year. Of course, any of you know my coaching client Josh Tesselin, I think cracked 340, 350. Hello Assad, good to see you. So guys, let's get into the content. Here are the 3 things. Look at that beautiful beach there, mate, my friends. Wow. Let's go look at it. Let's look at the 3 things. The first thing that they studied of people that were able to give up heroin. By the way, everyone, I'm going to stop right here. Deborah Qualo has just come online. Deborah Qualo. Woohoo every day. Read her comments. I wanted to give you the story about Deborah. She's a long-term real estate gym member, a great client, but more importantly, just a beautiful human being. She's got the battle of her life at the moment, and it's a challenging battle. Without going into the detail, top line, cancer that is difficult to treat. But I've got to tell you, the way she's conducted herself in the last month, since getting her diagnosis a few months ago, is quite extraordinary. I want everyone that's on this right now, and I want everyone who watches this on replay, whether you're religious or whether you just have the spirit inside you that wants to exude blessings of recovery, to Deborah. Deborah, we love you. We adore you. I pray for you that you recover and that things are as bearable as they can be under the circumstances that you've been built. So Deborah, with love from everyone. So let's move on to the content. The 3 things that were able to get someone that was a heroin addict get off heroin, while most of the others became lifelong chronic users and strugglers with morphine, opiates, is the following. Number 1, you need a damn goal, no question about it. You need to have clarity. In fact, I would say that most people don't need therapy, they need clarity, right? You need to have clarity. You need to be able to sit over the next couple of days and get super, super clear. Not what your wife wants, not what your kids want, not what your girlfriend wants, not what your mother wants you to be doing, right? You know, you've got to get deep down and find out. You've got this unique psychological fingerprint. You've got to find out exactly what is it that makes you flow. And I've got to tell you, when you can find something that you're totally passionate about, your passion will become bigger than your obstacles. So number one is you've got to get super clear. What is it deep down that you really want, right? So let's call that the why. Let's call that your purpose. Let's call that your life's objective for 2022, personal and business, right? And when you're setting your goal, I want you to understand, be very clear about the benefits of achieving that goal, right? Very, very important. What you're looking for is what is the pleasure that you're going to get out of it, right? So, number 1, work out the goal. It's not enough, but. Number 2, work out what are the benefits of you achieving that goal. Number 3, this is part 1, by the way. This is not the 3 things. Part 1, work out a goal, benefits of achieving a goal. And the next bit is part 3. Number 3, what are the consequences if you don't achieve that goal, right? So getting a goal is very important, right? What are the benefits? What are the costs and the pain if you don't achieve it? Then let's move on to the second part. When they studied these people that gave up heroin, they noticed that they had a reference group of people around them. They took these people out of homes being with other junkies, and they started living in homes where people were not using heroin. So part 2 in the process, my friends, part 2 in the process is that you've got to change your reference group. So if you want to become a marathon runner, you start hanging out with marathon runners. You want to become a dickhead, you start hanging around with dickheads. As I've said to my daughters in the past, hang around with 4 dickheads, you become the 5th. So the secret here is you've got to actually have the people around you that are doing the results that you want to achieve, because you will then align and mirror how they think and act. And not only that, this is actually on-the-job coaching, right? So part 1, get the goal. Part 2, have a reference group of people. So what does that basically mean today? I don't know. Maybe there's 3 or 4 people that you need to terminate, fire from your life. You don't ring them up and fire them, but you just stop responding to text messages. You know, evade them a bit. Don't meet up as much. Slow down the frequency of the contact. People get the drift. By the way, I'm telling you, it's far better to be lonely than having dickheads around you in life. But you don't have to be lonely, because there's 8 billion people on this planet, my friends. So then we look at the third part in helping you achieve your goals and breaking your New Year's, or avoiding breaking your New Year's resolutions, is your environment. You've got to set yourself up for success. You've got to play a game you're going to win. And how do you do that? By creating an environment around you where it makes it difficult for you to fail. Example, if you're a person that struggles and procrastinates and you don't get up early to go for your run, how do you create an environment to do that? Well, let me tell you. Why wouldn't you organise to meet someone at 5:30 in the morning? So all of a sudden you've got an accountability partner, because they're going to be sitting there waiting for you. So as the alarm clock goes at 5:25, you turn around and you think, shit, I can't just press the snooze button. You know, there's someone waiting for me. Another example is, I used to love going out drinking on Friday nights, but I ran an auction business on Saturday and I had to do 10, 15 auctions on a Saturday. Saturday's not the day to have a hangover. Saturday's a night that you get deep, 8 hours sleep, wake up, go for a run at 6 in the morning and get ready for a great day of auction, because if you're in business, you're in show business. And you got to remember that Saturdays in real estate are equal 3 other days in the week. And I had a problem. I'd love to go out and have a drink, and then I'd have one glass of wine and another glass of wine, and before you know it, you're tipsy, on the verge of being drunk. So I set myself a game that would mean that if I stuck to this game, I'd actually get home without really drinking more than 2 drinks. What did I do? I committed to picking up my daughters from gymnastics at 7 o'clock. So I might have been sitting at a bar having a drink at 6:30 and someone says, Tom, another drink. It was no longer about willpower, my friends. Motivation wasn't the strategy. It was the fact that I'd actually created an environment where I had to go pick up my daughters, because if I didn't, they'd be sitting in the dark on their own waiting. So essentially what I'm saying, my friends, make 2022 the year that you shift out of having luck as your strategy in goal attainment. Why don't you make 2022 the year that you use science to assist you? You look at the research and you look at who are the people that succeed and what's the strategy they've used. And to recap, have a goal, change your reference group, and create an environment around you that sets you up for success. And that's one of the reasons why this year in the real estate gym, every month we're going to be having prospecting blitzes where people are going to be accountable to the amount of calls they've got to make. We're going to have set times for our sessions, and it's going to be using all the 3 factors that I just spoke about to help you move prospecting from being something that's a should to making something that's a must. Happy New Year to you as well, Kylie. So guys and girls, I'm going to sign off here. But before I leave, I'm just going to move down here and give you a better glimpse of where I am. Because you know that my life is about creating a life that is effortless, lucrative, and fun. How beautiful is it out here? Let me shift this camera around, give you even a better